What up, y'all? It's your man Abuamerican. I am back. You ain't gonna get rid of me that easy. So, first off, if you don't know Syndicate Discord, make sure you get over there. Don't just show up on the server and start lurking. Make sure you upgrade so you can partake in the community and the chats and everything that's going on inside there. We got cats in there, mashallah. So if you want to stay on the outs and just lurk on the sidelines, that's your thing, but the price only goes up. We are not going to be running discounts. We're not going to be going back down in price. If you get in now, that price you stay in at, and it never goes up for you unless you leave and come back. So now's not the time to be indecisive. I got a 15-year-old in there, spent the $10 a month to get inside there. Some of you dudes are over 20 out here with full lives and everything, and you can't make the same move that a 15-year-old can. Kid stacked up like 2 G's in the bank. He probably got more than most of you guys out there. Don't be one of these lames out here. If you can't afford that $10 a month, just to even come in and look and say like, hey, you know what? It's like 33 cents a day. Let me take a look what's going on in here. And this kid can. You got your life a mess. Your life is a mess. 33 cents a day, guys. Don't let it like a 15-year-old slam dunk on you. That's just terrible. Anywho, I talked about the roller coaster. Syndicate Discord. Check it out. So I talked about the roller coaster multiple times, and this guy, he actually made a video of like what the roller coaster looks like in a way that men can understand. And if you don't know what the roller coaster is, it's taking your woman on those emotional highs and lows, and she needs those. You know, there's a famous saying that you can do almost anything to a woman, but you can't bore her. And this is 100% facts. Now, a lot of people might say this stuff is toxic, whatever else, and that is arguable. But the reality is, women nowadays, they, for some reason, they're not satisfied with just like a regular relationship and just, dudes being present and showing up and like, meeting his duties. They want like all this excitement and fun and all this other goofy stuff. And so this is a good example of what the roller coaster looks like. And this is pretty awesome. Now, he's not going to go into details. Well, he actually gives an example. So let's just look at it. Present. Where is it? Give me a second, guys. I'm struggling here. That's how long I've been off this.
Good relationship has to be a little bad. Have you ever dated someone who was nice all the time and that made you lose interest? That's because it didn't feel nice. It just felt like nothing because you weren't traveling any emotional distance that would give you a scale for how nice it actually was. This is a very small rock I found. Just kidding, it's big, but you wouldn't have known that without this quarter, which gives you perspective. Let's say I surprise my partner with flowers and this lifts their mood from normal to happy. That's fine. But if I send them a scary text that says, can we talk when you get home, and then surprise them with flowers, it feels euphoric to them because they travel double the emotional distance. Try this out for yourself and see how much it improves your relationship.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, that's it in a nutshell. It's really not more complicated than that. When we talk about the roller coaster, it's taking her on the highs and lows, the emotional highs and lows. He just put in a really, really like clever way of expressing it, which is emotional distance traveled. But she's not bored, right? And so this is important, guys. You got to learn triggers and methods to actually do this so that your relationship stays sound. Because if you don't do it, she's going to do it. And how she does it, it's just toxic. Women can say what they want. The way that they like emotionally express themselves when they want attention and all this type of stuff is generally toxic. They say they want a man who communicates, and then when they actually get in a relationship and they want attention or they want intimacy or whatever else, it looks really bad. It just looks bad. It's like, you know how he gave the example of like, we need to talk. Yeah, they just have that only, and they don't have a euphoric high back up because women don't have game. It's reality. So you have to control it so that she doesn't have to try and control it and get it somewhere. You see, this is why when I had my first relationship, any of you guys who've been here for a long time, I told you about the relationship where I had the ex where she had to fight in order to get intimate. She had to fight to get intimate. Well, this is part of that. For her, the low was the fight, and then the high was the makeup intimacy. If she had just had the game that a man has to have, and I didn't understand this back then, but if she'd had the game that a man had to have, she would understand that not only do you bring the low, you had to have a high. So now, you know better, do better, guys. It's your man, Abuamerican, I'm out.